Good morning. Good morning. Well, it's not quite noon. Several things. My Christmas ornaments are working. This one has the word summer written on it in multiple colors, but I'm trying to cover up the blue part. I got the rest of it covered up enough. But they kind of look a little tie-dye-ish. I mean, they're cheap ornaments that I got off of Amazon, but I just wanted the bright colors. So that's working. So now I got to paint all my ornaments. But speaking of painting, I got a wild hair. You know how that happens sometimes. James Burke, in his book, where's his book? Where is it? Here it is. This book that you can get on Amazon. But he had, especially this one, he had these also, he had printed them on acetate. I'm like, I wonder if I can print on these transparency things that I got as opposed to acetate, because I couldn't find acetate. And it's a little wet. I tried to put polka dots on the red after the red dried, but it was erasing, it was turning pink. They were mixing. They were not like on top of each other. So there's two that I gotta kind of mess around with again. But I kind of like this as opposed to like vellum. And, ooh, this is the other side, the shiny side. Or this is the painted side. This is the other side. Now, will it last? Can I scratch this paint off? Probably, unless I put, let's just try that. I wonder if I put Mod Podge over it, if it would not scratch off as easily. I just happen to have some of that magic potion. Let's just try it on a section and see what happens. The only thing about using Mod Podge is it messes your brush up if you're lazy like me and don't clean it for 3 more days. All right. Okay, well, this is dry. It doesn't seem to be smearing or reactivating itself. I'm just going to paint all of it, except for these 2 little spots right here. Now, there's a big glob of white paint I can see that's wet still. I did this, and then we had, oh, there's a little bit of red that's wet. We had breakfast, and then I went to the grocery store. I may have too much on here, too thick of a layer. I went to this grocery store and got sticker shock. Oh, the price of groceries these days, I'm telling you. All right, where is, I wonder if I can do this without smearing it. I'm seeing pink in places. I might just leave it well enough alone. That'll theoretically dry clear, so I'm just going to let that dry. So that's 2 things. 3 things. This is nice and dry, so I'm going to finish gluing this correctly. This turned out so cute, if I do say so myself. I love this. Just a cute Merry Christmas. And then I put the things on here. Now today I can work with the back of this, which I'll be covering this up, or putting a resting page there and then putting something else on the other side. But today the prompt is holly, so I'm thinking I can use the back of this. And I could have actually pulled this in a little bit more, but it is what it is. Oh, if I'm going to use the back of it, I might as well keep it out. Right. Okay. Then stay there. I also happened to make some stamps of my own. I saw somebody else. This is not new or earth-shattering. I've seen people do this all the time. But I got a sticky back foam and put it on just scraps of cardboard from Amazon boxes. And just different shapes, sizes, everything. And I'm going to try these. Maybe not today, or maybe not on camera, but I might try them off camera first. Okay, so now, today the word is holly. So I'm wondering if I can't take a wild background, as in, oh no, this might work. This, and put some green holly leaves on it. Thinking I can do that. Just put my hand in something wet. Oh, there, okay. I bought toilet paper. Now, we do buy thick, nice, fluffy toilet paper. That's one thing my husband insists on, is thick, cushiony toilet paper. Can't skimp on the toilet paper. And I bought a larger pack. Oh, shoot. It's $21.99 for 12 rolls of toilet paper. That's insane. Then, last night, he took me out for dinner for my birthday, which was Saturday. And every year since we've been coming here, we've gone to this Italian restaurant. Well, seafood Italian. And they started out as a client of his. Well, they still are. And I'm going to pull a little bit off the bottom. And they've had some struggles, like every restaurant after COVID, pretty much every restaurant. Uh-oh. Glue stick to the rescue. I guess I didn't glue this good enough. But they seem to have been very busy last night. Now, granted, Christmas is hopefully a busy time for them. But I have been getting, they had a charcuterie board the first 2 years I went there, I think. That was divine. I love anything Mediterranean, Italian, Greek, anything Mediterranean. And they had a charcuterie board the first year we went that was about that big. Now that year they knew who we were. We now go incognito. We're not celebrities. But, I mean, if you know anything about alcohol law in the state of South Carolina, you know who my husband is. And just because of longevity, a lot of it is longevity. Some of it is he did write some of the laws many moons ago. But the first year, the charcuterie board was the size of a cutting board. I mean, it was huge. But it had so many, marinated this and yummy that, and olives, several different kinds of olives, and artichokes, and Brussels sprouts, roasted Brussels sprouts with like a vinaigrette dressing, and pistachios roasted in something, and then it had like a balsamic glaze, which I absolutely love anyhow. And it was so good. So the next year I got it, it came in, it was about that big. And last 2 years ago I got it, and it was like, okay, it was like two slices of an artichoke, 3 or 4 halves of a Brussels sprout, a couple olives, and some lettuce, a lot of lettuce. I'm like, okay, that's basically a salad. Because the first year I couldn't eat it all. The second year I managed to eat it all, but the third year it was like, okay, I'm still hungry. And so last year I got mussels with linguine. May have been the year before that, because I got them last year too, but last year it doesn't seem like that was the first year. But anyhow, I had them again last night. So at the grocery store, now I found mussels. Now they're already pre-cooked, and I don't know how they're going to taste, but a huge amount, a bag about that big, a huge amount, and they're good sized ones. They're from Chile. And they're caught like on the boat and then flash frozen right there. Or steamed and then flash frozen. I don't know how they do it. But I'm like, I looked at the price. $3.49 for a ton of mussels from Chile. And I'm paying $21.99 for toilet paper. There's something wrong with this problem. This equation. Now, I think I want to draw a bunch of holly leaves. Draw being the nerve-wracking word here. So I think what I'm going to do is try to draw one on here first. But I was like, and then I got a steak, which we split one anymore, like a ribeye, just one, split it. And I got some chicken thighs. That's the chicken we eat usually almost all the time. And I got 2 hamburger patties pre-done. My groceries were $147. I'm like, that's insane. We haven't even begun the problems we're going to have when he starts sending everybody back to their countries. Ooh. That looks pretty good, Beth. Okay, I wonder if I can do that again. I might just paint it on here. I always have a hard time when you kind of go sideways with these things, which way to start. No, you go in. Now I gotta figure out how to erase that. So anyhow, I'm gonna try to cook mussels for lunch. It's an experiment. They were just in a white wine sauce with, you know, anything with white wine sauce, butter, and garlic is divine, in my opinion. So I'm going to try. I'll let you know. But I like most any shellfish. So I think this is the first time I've actually kind of like replicated the prompt. Completely replicated it. Now, I'm wondering if I could put these watercolors on top of this acrylic. Because there's quite a few different choices of green in this pack here. I'm going to try. All right, where's my pigtail? Ooh, that's what I painted the red with. We had a very nice dinner, though. What did he have? Oh, he had calamari. Pasta with marinara sauce, which I like marinara sauce, but I'd much rather have like a white wine sauce. Okay, water. Ooh, this might work. As long as I don't have a lot of water on my paintbrush, most likely. I really love these watercolors. Okay, now I'm kind of having some separation here. I might have to like let it dry a little bit. I might should just stick with acrylic. I have a couple greens, I think. Let's see here. We went for a really long walk yesterday. There was nobody on the beach, and we turned Gunner loose. Oh, my Lord. He had the best time running and running, and he rolled in the sand. I'm like, oh, yay. He's coming in the house with all that sand in him. And But I was like, we couldn't deny him because he was having the best time. He was chasing seagulls. No sandpipers. I didn't see any sandpipers. All right, I'm going to put this one up. But he was just having a blast. And it wasn't horribly cold. All right, this is just like a green. Yeah, this does work better. So if you ever need an Italian restaurant recommendation, Costa, C-O-S-T-A, in Murrells Inlet. There's a ton of restaurants in Murrells Inlet. Mostly seafood, mostly overpriced, and mostly, I mean, there's a couple chains down there even. But Costa is delicious. We like another one called Hot Fish Club. That's the oldest restaurant in Myrtle Beach and one of the oldest buildings on the coast. Because it used to, the Hot Fish Club was started by a bunch of rich men that would come down here to go hunting. In the 1700s. And then they probably came up here from Charleston. And who knows how much hunting they did. But that's where the they would cook then. They would catch fish and stuff, or have people catch fish for them. And people, you know what kind of people I'm talking about. Most likely slaves of some sort or another. And that restaurant is still in the same location. Not the same building, but it still is the oldest restaurant in Myrtle Beach. Proper. Not proper, but surrounds. Because it's not technically Myrtle Beach, it's Murrells Inlet. And they do typical southern seafood. They do have good she crab soup. Not as good as the one in Georgetown. I can't remember the name of that restaurant. The Brown Antler? Something Antler. And it's right on the water. Okay. Can I make one more shade? I wish I could make that minty green shade also. Well, that's pretty close. The other restaurants, while very commercialized, usually have it's more of a bar atmosphere also. And with Ken and his hearing issues, a live band anywhere is not his favorite thing anymore, unless you're outside. Okay, I think that'll do me, but I'm going to put some red berries here too. And this is holly. I have a lot of green paint here. Now there's another good restaurant. I can't remember what it's called. That's at Wachesaw Marina. And we go there sometimes for lunch. And it's changed hands quite a bit because it's in a precarious place. It's on the Waccamaw River, but it also, or the Inland Coastal Waterway. But that place floods every couple years. And then whoever's running the restaurant and the marina at that time kind of lose their tails. Okay. Lose their tails financially. Oh my goodness. Look at me. I can do holly. And I don't even like the colors in the background. You know what it needs? It needs a black outline. But I'm afraid to do it because there's so much paint here. I think I'm just going to let this sit for a while. I might not do the black till tomorrow. But we got lots of paint here. And I watched this couple on YouTube. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I'm going to. That are quite famous, and they do a lot of wild things. They're young, they can still do wild things. And they went way up in the Hudson Bay on a polar bear excursion. And they're I think it's run by Inuits, Eskimos. I think they call them Inuit Eskimos. Anyhow, indigenous people. And they saw polar bears within the first hour. They saw Arctic foxes. I can't imagine what this thing costs. They saw Arctic foxes. Oh, wild hares that were white. I'm like, oh man, I told Ken, I said, that's what I want for my birthday, because we don't buy each other gifts. I get much more enjoyment out of a bowl of mussels than I would something that I don't need, or something that doesn't fit, or not my color, or whatever. I'm not a jewelry person. I got a couple things and I like it, and that's all I need. Okay. There's a glob of green paint here. We're just going to practice and see what happens, okay? Now, ideally, I probably should stamp or put the paint directly to the sponges and not do it this way. But this is a trial run here. Oh, it works. Let's see what else I can pick up. I thought I ordered sticky back felt, but it's sticky back foam. And in hindsight, sticky back felt would not have worked. Maybe once or twice, but this is sticky back foam, and I already threw it away. I'm like, I wonder, I should have kept the label. I got to figure out how to not get it on the sides. Probably not press so hard, but you could probably, I'm sure you could use this in your jelly plate too. Oh, yes. Okay, here's some red too. Oh, here's some circles. Oh, I purposely cut things messy just because that works for me. Now, I think the lady that I saw do it, the latest video, she had a little handle. Oh yeah. Okay, we're going to try these circles because you know me and a messy circle. Love it, love it, love it. Let's get out some purple. But she had like little knobs on the back that she could use as handles. And I didn't have any tape close by, so I didn't do that. I guess I could use more foam as a handle, actually. This looks like calamari. This looks like what Ken had for dinner last night. That's about the size of them, too. Now I can put more paint down. Oh, yes. I was just trying to test these out. I'm not even pressing hard. Purple calamari. Oh, I forgot another news flash. I saw it on Instagram this morning. Kay Fassett, which I'm a quilter also, and I love Kay Fassett. If you don't know who Kay Fassett is, if you're not in the quilting world or fabric world or knitting world, he does lots of bright colors in his stuff. And he's in his mid-80s to late 80s. His birthday was last week. And he was born in California. Oh, that's another thing. They had a tornado in California by Santa Cruz yesterday. People were injured. Things tipped over. It's like, tornadoes in California? What is going on with the weather? But anyhow, sorry. Kay Fassett, because he was born in Big Sur, which is south of there, close to Monterey, is doing a collection of his version of colors, which are all brights, on William Morris's prints. He's taking the shapes and the styles and the patterns and then transferring them with his colors. His next color collection, quilting fabric collection. I am so excited. like two? I didn't even know I liked William Morris. But I just, after being at his house in England this summer, I just have a whole new thought process. And sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you get your mind stuck on things and you don't even know you're wrong. That could be applied to the entire Republican Party currently. Oh man, this is so much fun. Okay. If you could get sticky back foam, it was cheap. I got a roll of it, which was probably like that long as when it's rolled out, or maybe longer. It was like $5 or $6. And then I'm just using scraps from the boxes. I thought I was going to have to use a X-Acto knife to cut it out. So I got an X-Acto knife too, but I didn't need it. I just used regular scissors. Oh man, this is so much fun. And of course I could put tons of paint on here. I don't know how long it'll stay wet. In other words, how long it takes you to paint all these. Would this one already be dry before you can use it? I haven't really experimented with these kind of stamps that much. Oh, but that's fun. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. There's some more paper. See how easy it is to make a mess? It's so much fun. Anyhow, this is still wet. So I'm going to come back tomorrow and take my Stabilo Woody and go around this with black. I might not use my Woody. I might use my regular Stabilo All because it's more of a regular pencil thickness. Uh-oh. I thought it was in here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, just a regular pencil. I might get it wet. I need to sharpen it. But it won't be as thick as the Stabilo Woody. Capiche? Capiche. All right. Where's my Stabilo sharpener? This might not be the right thing to try to use, but it might work enough. No. I don't know if I have a regular pencil sharpener here. Anyhow, a big news day yesterday. Tornadoes, Kate Fassett, mussels, and expensive toilet paper. Crazy. See, that's kind of what I'll do. And then I'll go around. I'm asking for trouble here. It's still too wet. Okay, that's what I'll do. Fun times. Thank you for watching, as always. Thank you very much. Bye.